Hello everybody, Leos. As you can see from the title, this reading is the October Scary Monthly for Leos. I'm going to test the audio. Boom. And one person is waiting. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate you. Okay. So I'm going to pull 6 cards for your monthly like I usually do. Okay, I'm going to have my own spread. The first card I pull is the lessons from the past you're going to be utilizing in the month of October, which will serve you, Leos. The second card I pull is the energy primarily that you're going to be sitting in, and then 4 predictive cards. The decks I'm going to be using is the Horror Tarot for the primary pull, the Beetlejuice Movie Tarot for the clarifiers. If the clarifiers need clarifying, the Ghostbusters Tarot. I don't like that deck because they stick together. Like, they're not good cards. You know, quality or design. If there's advice or outcome, we're going to get it with the Wizard of Oz Tarot. And any additional messages will be begotten from the Real Life Tarot deck. Again, please like, share, and subscribe, and hype the video if you don't mind. That would be amazing. So let us begin. What is coming up for Leos in the month of October 2025? What is coming up for Leos in the month of October 2025? What's coming up for Leos in the month of October 2025? I don't feel like an instant conversion, but I feel like you're going to be paying more attention to religions or faith. What's coming up for Leos in the month of October 2025? What's coming for Leos in the month of October 2025? Here's a message for Virgo. So I don't know if you're a Leo Virgo cusper, but I feel like if you still work for others, there's 2 people in the month of October. Now, this is not for Leos. This is a Virgo. It's a Leo reading, but I have a message for Virgos. So I'm just going to give it to you before I forget, okay? There's 2 people in a workspace who are colluding to make you look bad or get you fired or something. I don't know. Okay, Leos, back to the Leo reading. Ooh, lessons from the past that... So this is a career card for me. So maybe it is a Leo... A message for Leos as well, what I just told Virgos. But this is the Sun card. This is a career card for me. Hi, Yashu. Welcome. So this is a career card. You see all new everything. And see how this person is elevated close. So your lessons from the past is that there's always new beginnings following endings. Okay, and you're sitting in your best, like, sunny, universal energy. You know, all the best qualities of Leo you're going to be putting on display, or you're being advised to put on display, right? The primary energy you're going to be sitting in, Leos, is the Justice card in reverse. Now, remember the message I just gave Virgos, so it may apply to you, and maybe that's why it came up during the Leo reading. There's some unfairness around you, or maybe you're being unfair to others, right? Like maybe you sense something is going on and you're just like, nope, and you're just kind of biding your time, maybe collecting evidence. I'm not sure. Now your 4 predictive cards is the High Priestess. You're going to keep your cards to yourself, but this is also a spiritual card, right? Remember I told you might, at the beginning of the reading, that you might renew your faith or learn more about a religion or faith. It's not a full conversion, but you're just starting to like get really interested again, or just interested, right? But this is like secret information. I think you intuit that there's some unfairness around you brewing. And then you have the King of Swords. And it's right underneath the sun. Now, even though this isn't your energy, right? This energy is in the upright. So this is not the unfair person, right? But see how this person looks like they're resting after battle? They're sitting down, they're waiting. They're regaining their strength in some way, right? You might regain a lot more strength if you take more walks in the sun, perhaps. The next predictive card you have is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, it's underneath the Justice card in reverse. So if you have to decide between two people who is being dishonest or unfair, it's the water or over-emotional person or the drama queen type person, okay? And then you have the Two of Cups. So even though you're operating from an energy of forgiveness, okay, with the Two of Cups, right? Could you be dating? Yeah. But I don't think this is a dating situation. But if you have a choice between two people and two cups to offer, you would want to go to this one rather than the drama queen, right? It's more exciting, but maybe you need the logical, grounded person, right? But again, you're going to keep your own confidences. Or you're going to read, you're going to read books or something to kind of inform you of what to do or how to choose. I feel like Virgo's intuit that I received during the early part of the reading is also for you. Because why else would it show up? I feel like you can sense with the High Priestess energy that something is up, right? And even though you're kind of just like, okay, well, even though you feel like, I mean, I feel like if there is something brewing, like two people, one person doesn't like you. They don't like anybody, I feel. And I feel like they have I don't know, I keep hearing the word minion, and I think it's another person who's following suit. This person is a bully. This person isn't, but they want to keep this job or this relationship of some kind, so they're going to do whatever this person wants them to do. There's some kind of, you're sitting in a, if these people mess with you, you're not going to be fair either. You're going to, like, even though you'll forgive them, you'll still teach them a lesson. But right now, you're just still trying to gather information or evidence of some kind. I don't know. It feels very... I mean, I feel good when I sit in your energy, but like everything around me feels like a bullshit hassle. It's the vibe I'm getting. Okay? I'm like, ugh, God. Like, it's like that. Okay. So I want to know about this drama queen. I heard the word snarly. So I don't know if this person like bares her teeth while she's like berating people or talking shit about people. I don't know. You will know them. Okay? Already. You know these people. If this is a romantic situation where because you're just separated, for instance, or just newly divorced. If you're a dude, this is like your ideal woman. And you want to date the ideal woman. If you're a woman, you are you're trying to show the best qualities of yourself to the outer world. You are looking to start something new. If you have a choice between two people, I wouldn't choose a watery, emotional person. They're not necessarily a water sign because they could be sitting in their moon energy. But I would choose the... I mean, the other one might, the sign about the other one, who is probably a better match, is that they're tired all the time. I don't know. They'll talk about that, right? Okay. So let's clarify. See, I can't clarify the High Priestess because this is secret information I'm not even supposed to know. Because when I do a Celtic card spread, if this comes in the outcome, then I know I'm not supposed to know. That's what 35 years of reading has taught me. Okay? So I want to know why this energy you're sitting in, right? What does this Justice card in the reverse mean for Leos in the month of October 2025? Now remember, I did October's also in June. I was pulled to do that, so check that out. What does this Justice card in reverse mean for Leos in the month of October 2025? What is this Justice card in reverse mean for Leos in the month of October 2025? What is this Justice card in reverse mean for Leos in the month of October 2025? Now, if you are a Leo and you have to make a choice, like say you're, I don't know, if you have to choose who to offer a cup to, whether it's employment or whatever, you're going to choose a more airy person. I feel like there's someone you can't touch because they're mysterious in some way. Okay, so what's this Justice card in reverse mean for Leos in the month of October 2025? Strength card in reverse. Now remember, this is the Ghostbusters Tarot, so I guess I used the wrong deck to clarify, because I should be using the Beetlejuice. I'm sorry. So remember, Ghostbusters had to inspire a whole city to think more positive. So they elevated the Statue of Liberty so that people would be inspired, a group would be inspired to bring the love of. This Justice card in reverse, you are in a group of people who are uninspired. This is the Strength card in reverse. I heard there are no accidents. And then you have the Queen of Marshmallows, which is the Queen of Air. Now this is when, I forget the name of the guy in the painting at the museum who's like an Antichrist, tries to take her baby. Sigourney Weaver's baby in the movie so that it could, you know, become immortal, right? You may feel an earth sign who may be in the up and up, but you're perceiving or being pressured to perceive them in a bad way. Remember, this is the energy you're sitting in. Justice in reverse, Strength in reverse, but the Queen of Air, which is an air sign, not an earth sign. Queen of Air. I don't know if you feel like you have to sacrifice something to bring inspiration to the group again. It feels like there's a drama, or someone you feel is a drama queen in the group, and somehow they need to be expelled. So let's talk about this drama queen. What's this Queen of Cups in reverse mean? You are partnered with someone because there's a Queen of Air and a King of Air. I heard partners in crime. What's this Queen of Cups in reverse mean? There may be a Pisces type person who you feel like you can't control. They're mysterious, so you don't know how to come at them, right? What's this Queen of Cups in reverse mean for Leos in the month of October 2025? Welcome, everybody. I heard I cut them out. Remember, we're clarifying the Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, the High Priestess. So it's like a Piscean person. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising. You can feel that this person is spiritually powerful, but you feel like they're a drag on a group. Yeah. So you have the Five of Cups, which is the Five of Traps in reverse. You're cautiously optimistic that that the situation will pass. And then you have the Three of Fire in reverse, lost opportunity. There's someone that is a drag on the group, you feel. So if you're in a position of authority to change that, you're going to have a hard decision to make. But I think you'll get over it soon because it's a Two of Cups. You know the decision once it's made, and once the action is made, it won't affect you and you probably forget about it. But you don't know what the High Priestess is going to do. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate you. So let's get the advice for Leos. What is the advice for Leos to be the most successful in October 2025? What is the... My phone made a noise. Hello, everybody. What is the advice for Leos to make October 2025 the most successful as possible for them? I heard share the bad news. I don't know. It feels like you have authority over other people, or people view you as a matriarch. Yeah, the Six of Brooms in reverse. Share the bad news. This is a defeat in some way. Remember, it's Six of Wands in the upright, the Six of Brooms is about a victory after a battle. But you got it in reverse. The advice is to share the bad news. Like there's some people we have to cut or whatever it is. And then there's a recovery. But I don't think you're staying within the group. You're looking beyond the group. Like this is someone who's, okay, I'm just doing this for the present. But then I'm moving on over the rainbow somewhere else, right? It feels like a kind of really risky and tumultuous and roller coaster kind of emotional thing. You have a hard decision to make, but ultimately it's a decision that you make, and that's what you're going to do. And then you're not staying here anyway, so what does it matter? Any additional messages for Leos in the month of October 2025? What is any additional messages for Leos in the month of October 2025? VR. It's okay to... I mean, sometimes losing yourself in fantasy or engaging in an avoidance behavior to clear your mind is fine. But additional messages is that you need to live in the now, in the present, remain there. And then you have the microdoser in reverse. Yeah, it's a roller coaster. You're not doing little things a bit at a time to just keep yourself even all the time, consistently. It's going to be a roller coaster, but you need to remain grounded. I feel like you're not the victim. You're the one who's doling this out. Okay? And you're doing it in a very discompassionate, removed sort of way. Okay? Maybe because you are sensitive sometimes. This is still my morning coffee at 2 o'clock, even though I woke up at 8. Anyway, That's your monthly for October. Please watch your other monthly I did in June. Okay. After I do Pisces, I'll put them in all the descriptions. I just didn't think about it ahead of time. Anyway, thank you. Please hype the video, hype the channel. I appreciate you. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.